Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your weekly energy forecast from the 29th of September until the 5th of October. If you guys would like a personalized deep dive reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. And without further ado, let's just jump right into your cards and see what the universe has in store for you this week. So please tap into Sagittarius energy. Please tap into the highest possible source to tune into what Sagittarius has going on for them this week from the 29th of September until the 5th of October. Sagittarius, please tune into Sagittarius. Let's see here. Alright, so okay. So it's the usual spread as always. I normally do this little ramble here whenever something is still waiting to come out and it's still blended amongst them, where I explain to you guys that this is a Celtic cross spread. So if you don't know what that is going to be a layout or a spread with 10 cards in total, as well as a bonus card, which is the bottom of the deck, which is the underlying energy. And there we go. So we have 2 cards out now. We have the High Priestess as your present moment card. Absolutely love the High Priestess, very intuitive card. And then you're being crossed by the 6 of Cups as your challenge this week. And then in your crowning or the top of your mind, you have the 6 of Wands. And in your foundation or your subconscious mind, you have the Page of Wands. And in your recent past, you're being represented by the King of Cups this week. And in your near future, we see the Death card. So big transformation energy going on for you next week. And let's see here. So suggested approach or advice from the universe is the 10 of Wands. And then in your what you need to know position or your surrounding energies, you have the Emperor there. And your hopes and fears is the Star. Wow, beautiful. I love the Star. I love the Star. So much healing and hope and just beautiful energy there. And then in your potential future, you have something that you're leaving behind. You're leaving behind something hectic here with the 6 of Swords. And then let's see the bottom. The bottom, oh my god, what happened there? Wait, why is this flipped over? That's the bottom. Okay, so that is the 2 of Wands there. So, wow, okay, wow, it's a very transformative spread, this one, guys. So let's just jump right into it. All right, Sagittarius, so High Priestess, good on you. One of my favorites, I think the favorite. I have a High Priestess necklace even because, yeah, if I'm going to get one card, it's going to be her. I love the High Priestess, and that's you in your present moment there. So really powerful, really powerful. So it's going to be a week all about tuning into your inner knowing, you know, rather than doing like really loud moves and flashy announcements. It's going to be all about your intuition. And that's on point right now with her there. So even if the outer world feels a little bit quiet, you know, and mysterious, Spirit is asking you to just trust that and trust those little whispers instead of just forcing for answers here. And then crossing that in the challenging spot is the 6 of Cups. So that's an interesting card to have in the crossing. This could be nostalgia that's tugging at you right now. So could be like old memories, like people from the past that you're not connected to anymore. Or even just a longing for a simpler time, you know. So the tricky part here is not letting these sentimental feelings just cloud your discernment, because you can honor the past, of course, but without letting yourself slip back into old patterns that doesn't fit you anymore with that, or grieving what has been lost if it's something that you can no longer access, you know. And if it's a person that's, for example, no longer with us and you're still attached to that energy very much so, and grieving that even years later, it could be a process similar to that. And then in your crown here, what's on your mind, you got the 6 of Wands. So that's you craving some progress here, and just that feeling like you've like crossed the finish line basically, and you've been recognized for that. So yeah, that's what I'm getting that. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. I just gotta say, like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be seen and celebrated. So just remember that the validation that you're seeking is gonna still be secondary to your own sense of purpose here, you know. But I get that it's important, and that's what's your focus right now. It's very much attached to external expectations to people, their opinions, how they see you, your actions, what you're creating, and how those creations are being perceived by others. That's taking up a lot of your headspace right now here. And then the Page of Wands and your foundation. So that's your adventurous side, you know, that's your Sag, your Sag card. It's just like that spark seeking nature that you have. So as always, I think like deep down, you're very much ready to explore, you know, and try new things so that you can chase some fresh inspiration here. So that curious energy is going to be your root strength this week, which is, I feel, very natural to you. So it's not going to be a concern at all here. And in the recent past, you had the King of Cups. So all about compassion, all about having emotional maturity. And this could also be someone else, by the way. I'm getting that it could be another person, actually, in your life that is a very supportive figure for you and that has helped you, likely with this situation here, to just steady yourself and just calm yourself a little bit through this crisis here. So yeah, this influence has helped you like hold space for your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. And yeah, coming up here in your future is death. So like I always say, don't be scared of this card. It's not an ominous card, but it's transformation, you know? It's a card of big transformation here. And yeah, tells me that there's a big chapter closing off for you, making room for a new birth, like a rebirth. And something old is falling away so that you can move forward more light and more free. So it's a good thing. And what you need to know, so, no, sorry, I always mix them up. Suggested approach, 10 of Wands. So it's telling you to take an honest look at the things that you're carrying here. And yeah, like you don't have to haul all responsibilities alone, you know, every single thing that people put onto you. You don't have to take that, you know. And they're supporting building something stable here. So whether that's a plan or like a career move, you know, just, yeah, remember to set those boundaries and set those limits, you know, to create better relationships even if it's scary and even if it feels like people are going to disconnect from you if you do so, because I know it's scary. They're just going to see that you're a strong person for doing that, you know, and the relationship itself is going to become more simple when you can actually trust in the fact that you know how to communicate these things. And in turn, that leads by example through inspiring these people to do the same, you know, and everybody learns through that. So it's good for everyone in reality. And yeah, now in your suggested approach and what you need to know. Well, so here you have the Emperor. So that's all about structure. Also, it's about boundaries as well. So this card is telling me that you're going through a process of just building stronger foundations for yourself. And that they are actually already available to you. So there's a lot of support in just building something stable here. And yeah, setting those boundaries, like I said, creating clarity through that so that you can just, yeah, lighten all the loads and step into this new phase here without feeling exhausted. Because yeah, for sure, not everything is yours to carry. Just remember that. And just stay in this Emperor energy if this one feels hard to deal with and communicate. Just remember that this has your back, so go with it. And then the Star, beautiful, and your hopes and fears still. So it's like, of course, like you're longing for hope, right? You want healing, you want the guiding light that the Star is, you know, you want things to get better, you want to feel more stable, but maybe a part of you is kind of scared to believe that things can actually get better. And yeah, just telling you to have faith because it will, you know, and the renewal is possible, especially with this card here. So like, again, like no concerns at all about this reading. This is perfect. This is very good. And your potential future, 6 of Swords. So very good. Again, like it's you moving away towards a more calm, more stable life, newer perspectives, you know, just generally more peace here with this one. So it's a transition thing. It's a transition where you're releasing the struggles and you're taking this journey here towards, yeah, peace. And actually it could also involve, especially for Sagittarius, like it could be physical movement too, where you're leaving a place, going to another one. But likely for most of you, it's just going to be an emotional shift here. But either way, it's a step towards healing. So it's a good card there. And at the bottom of the deck, the Two of Wands. So that's the underlying theme, which is all about planning. It's all about vision. So you're standing at this threshold here and you're just looking out at what things could be. And the decisions that you make now, especially the ones that are guided by your intuition here with the High Priestess, are setting the stage for a brighter path for you. So this week is going to be all about, like you're being called inward first, you know. Even as you have these old memories resurfacing for you, you're going to be aiming higher. And you're going to be wanting this victory here, you know. But your true power is in your curiosity and in finding fresh inspiration, you know, and having emotional wisdom. And yeah, this person here especially, this energy here is supporting you, you know, and supporting you to undergo this very profound transformation here with death. So just make sure to lighten your burdens, just set your boundaries, embrace the structure where it's needed, and yeah, just stay hopeful with the star, you know. And remember that moving forward means stepping out of old cycles and into a future where you're consciously creating. So Sagittarius, that's all I have for you today. If this reading resonated with you, please make sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments below which part was the most truthful to you and which card you connected to the most. And please make sure to subscribe. That's very helpful. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.